In today's video, we are heading up towards the Saxondale roundabout. The roundabout itself sits just off the A46, and the Shell petrol forecourt is the only available place for HGV drivers to park with access to facilities within a good few miles radius. Whilst HGV drivers can park here, the ground that they park on is far from ideal, with the petrol forecourt station offering little more than just access to a toilet, essential food shopping and light bites. But not much too farther away down the A46, a brand new service station is being opened by Welcome Brake Services, and I've been to take a look at it. So let's discuss it. One the trucker's eye! So where exactly is this new service station going to be? The road we are travelling on is the A46, and we're heading in a southerly direction from Newark-on-Trent towards Leicester. As you can see, we're coming up to the junction with the A606, and it's just off this junction that you'll find Welcome Brake's brand new services. Rushcliffe Borough Council gave the green light to the planning application back in August in 2023. The project was approved by 7 votes to 4, despite 155 objections from residents. Residents had wanted the company to develop their site on Fossway, which stands just 5 miles away from this one. The Fossway site being much smaller and without parking. That forecourt station is run by a company called Applegreen, and Applegreen are the actual company that own Welcome Brake. Getting back onto the new services, as you reach the top of the slip road from the A46 onto the A606, you'll reach the roundabout that is better known as the Widmerpool interchange. Well, some people might call it that. I just call it the roundabout for the A606. So let's get round the roundabout, get parked up, and let's go and have a closer look at the brand new services, and we'll tell you exactly when it's opening. And yes, I know I'm going to get absolutely soaking wet. The things I do for YouTube. So there it is, Welcome Brake's brand new service station at HICKLING. As you can see here, the full address according to Google Maps is at Melton Road, HICKLING Pastures in Melton Mowbray, Leicestershire. What are your first impressions of it? The first thing I was drawn to when I got the drone in the air was the similarity between the layout of the services and the kids' car playmat that I used to play with as a kid, as well as the HGV fueling in the car forecourt. Apparently there's going to be 20 electric chargers on site. The more attentive people might have already noticed that there's a KFC on site, a Starbucks and a little Waitrose. But as a HGV driver, and I'm sure many of you are, you'll have already noticed that there's not a lot of truck parking on site. Now it is fantastic that Welcome Break are building services for HGVs with showers and all the services that come with them. And I guess this is the part of the video where I point out the design flaws in the HGV parking. The first thing that most HGV drivers will notice is that the parking is a blindside reverse. I'll bet most of you HGV drivers have already spotted the massive anomaly with this parking area. And it's not even the fact that if you are pulling out of the HGV parking area, you will have to drive through the fuel pumps in order to get out. But the biggest design flaw is right there in front of your very eyes. How on earth are you going to get in or out of those 2 or 3 end spaces if other vehicles are already parked up? How long does anybody give it before the curbstones and the grassy area are ripped up and the HGV drivers have been blamed for doing it? I do hope you've enjoyed this look at the new HICKLING services. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so. It's time to get back on the road. I'll see you next time. One truck as I.